Hey everybody, happy Father's Day. I've been in bed for like 3 days straight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I calling it ovulation fatigue because all I know is after I ovulate, I get really weak and tired in my hands. My body gets really weak, and I just want to lay in bed. There was also like allergies or something. Like, I don't know, I've been sneezing like crazy, and it's hard to tell of allergies or sickness. So I just did a Zumba class, and I'm very grateful that I did. But I have to tell you, it's tough. It's tough to go really slow in a dance class. But it's also wonderful to be like, I was laying in bed yesterday. I was exhausted. I was weak and fatigued and sneezing like crazy and, lonely and isolated. And now here I am dancing at a class. So I still don't know what I have. I don't know if it is Ehlers. I didn't pass the hypermobility test, even though I've been told I'm hypermobile. I don't know if I'm on the spectrum. But I definitely hit a time after ovulation when I just, everything just, and I've noticed that, like, I've told doctors, I've always had a hard time opening jars. I've always had a hard time opening things and just race to get the pair of scissors to cut things because I just get weakness in the hands. Sometimes, some days are more weak than others. Sometimes I get weak in, like, the wrist and certain connection points, and like maybe the knees feel heavy and there's pain in the knees, and like the feet and the shins get tight. And I definitely have issues with alignment, and just like when Pilates teachers are like, fire up your glutes, and I'm like, I don't feel it there. So there's definitely something. I got my results from my heart test for 2 weeks and everything seemed fine. But the funny thing is, I went on a hike the next day after sending it back, and really overexerted myself. My heart rate was like 173 on my watch, and the hike was all uphill, and I was of course trying to catch up to the rest of the group. If I took it at my own pace, which would have been slower because I haven't done a hike in a long time, I probably could have managed it better. So I think I just need to do exercise more and hikes more, but I just have to go at my own pace. So I just need to either go by myself or find people who are willing to do the slower back end of a hike with a group. Yeah, it's tough. So, I definitely have gotten the green light on the ADHD. I just don't know what's going on with myself in regards to if I have excess estrogen. I tried the estradiol patch, but I can't remember when they had me put it on. Like, maybe it was like right after the period, or I don't know. I feel like figuring out if there's like too much estrogen or not enough, and I feel like if the estradiol patch was going to work, it probably would need to be later, like closer to when this ovulation fatigue hits in. Because I think that's when the estrogen just dies out. I'm going to do a Dutch test starting next Tuesday on the 18th, because that's my 19th day, and they want you to do like 4 tests. I forget which one this might be the complete, because I know there's the other one that you test throughout the whole cycle. I did that one for a previous test years ago. But this one is just 4 strips, and you do it at dinner, bed, morning, and 2 hours later. So I gotta do 2 in one day and 2 in the other morning, and we'll see. I wish Kaiser was better at like testing you, because when you have insurance, it's like, help me, I'm tired of going out of pocket. But we all go out of pocket, don't we, for these invisible illnesses, or these dynamic illnesses, or whatever they're called, where like you look like you're fine one day, and then next thing you know, you're out 3 days or whatever, and then you're fine. And it's like this yo-yo, this back and forth. So it's crazy. I have signed up to change my regular doctor, because I found a Kaiser doctor that deals with skeletal pain, because I feel like it could be connected to my skeletal system or my nervous system. Definitely. I have issues with regulating my nervous system and my emotions. It would be, it would be awesome to have like one functional doctor, or like to go to a place specific who has functional medicine doctor who knows about women's health and issues and researching that, and also knows to look at ADHD and autism and hypermobility and all that, and how it affects each other, especially with the hormones and the cycle, since I still have one. Which I just instinctively keep thinking that I'm going to have to find that and go out of pocket and do that, because I'm not one of those persons who, who is healthy, because Kaiser's only a hospital for people who are healthy and have not much going on, which I'm not, and neither are my kids. My husband, yes, but the rest of us, we have a lot going on. I'm trying to figure out on getting a different gynecologist, because my gynecologist was like, well, just get a second opinion, and doesn't really help me find someone else. You just have to go on the website. And I found somebody who's dealt with reproductive issues. I don't know if I ever had endometriosis. I had a polyp, I think. Not a cyst. I think I had a polyp back in January of 2014. San Francisco Kaiser helped me with removing that, and then I did an IUI in October of 2014 to get pregnant with Bruce, which it could have been that, or it could have been natural, although doing it naturally, they did give me some shots to take. There's a part of me that wants to just message these doctors. I actually have one of them on my Facebook friends list. They just seem to be more on it. I just feel like it's difficult to go back and forth on different doctors, and it's like, you need someone who's going to listen to you. 2, you need someone who's going to actually look at your history. 3, you need someone who's going to actually see that it's like a multi-scale thing. It's like hormones, nervous system, perhaps an invisible illness that doesn't go away, that's connected to all of them. Anyways, so I was just glad to do my Zumba today, even if I did it extremely slow. And now I'm going to go home. I got myself some brunch stuff for my husband for Father's Day. And I just want to have a good day. It's really hard when you feel terrible and your success is just breathing, or just getting out of bed, or just, eating a meal or using the bathroom. You get jealous of people who get to go on trips, or are financially stable, or saving money, or don't have to work because they have lots of money, or can take care of being very ambitious and buying multiple homes. I just don't have the energy for ambition anymore, because I feel sick most of the time. And that makes me sad, because I feel like I'm losing who I am. I'm losing that energetic person who in her 20s used to be what they call a woohoo girl, and used to love dancing for 2 hours straight, and really loving being with her friends, and going to karaoke and trivia, and exercising as much as she could, and dancing for hip hop and Zumba and all kinds of things, and trying burlesque and trying new things and new ambitions and new careers, which definitely should have teed me off to the ADHD. But in the last 6 months or so, before turning 48, I don't know if it's a dive into perimenopause, but there's definitely a drain of executive functioning. And having special needs kids while you're special needs is just drains the battery faster. It drains it so much faster. And so I just feel jealous, feel angry, feel sad. It's also hard because my dad passed away last July, and this is the first Father's Day without him. We really didn't get together on Father's Day last year. I think we got together, actually no, that's not true. I think we got together for part of it, because we went to his house in the daytime. But he was starting to get sick, and it's been difficult. I didn't have an easy relationship with him. I love him very much. I still think of him a lot. Makes me think of my mortality. Hey folks, so my phone got too hot and then it just stopped. But like I said, you have no control over anything in life. I want to say thank you to my husband for minding the kids on Father's Day, so I can go out and do one class after being home for 3 days straight. I love you. You're amazing. And thank you for taking me as I am, because sometimes the sickness comes as well as the health. I love you.